Hello and welcome into Northwest High School, home of the Wolves, a top 10 tilt in Class 5A girls basketball tonight. Number 1 Johnston visiting the number 6 ranked Waukee Northwest Wolves. I'm John Schaefer. Dar Danielson joining me tonight on the call. Looking forward to a good one here on CISN, Dar. And a big matchup as Johnston comes in 5-0 on the year. Waukee Northwest 3-2, hot off a loss against Valley on Tuesday.
Yeah, they were the number 2 team until that loss, and then the new rankings came out yesterday, and they dropped down to, 5 or 6?
Number 6, yep.
6 now. So they, coming off success in volleyball, they have some height, they have some skilled players. It's just putting it all together right now is what they need to do. And then Johnston, they just keep reloading and keep coming at you every year, it seems like.
Absolutely. Champions in 3 of the last 4 5A tournaments for Johnston. On the other side, Northwest made it to the semifinals last year, trying to build off that. They'll look to Romy Crowett to kind of lead the way for them this season. She leads them in points, second in points behind Sadie McCann, but Crowett has been a stud since her days early on as a freshman.
Oh, yeah, and she is the one that takes the ball, and she tried to will them back into that game against Valley, and she is everywhere on the floor. You'll say her name a lot when it comes to that, and she makes sure people get the ball. She can drive and shoot herself. Yeah, she plays good defense, so a little bit of everything out of her.
Defense is going to be the big thing for her, as she's probably going to match up with Jenica Rain-Lewis. They're the senior for the Johnston Dragons this season at guard at 5'11". She's averaging 18.4 points per game. She's committed to Notre Dame at that as well. A star in the making over the course of her high school career. Excited to see how she can cap off her senior season as well.
Yeah, and they've just gotten to where, they step up, and each year it's that tradition they've got going here, and Coach Illick just keeps them moving right up and filling them in, and till somebody knocks them off that perch. Well, they finished second to Pleasant Valley one year, but it's been first, second. So yeah, and it sounds like, okay, that's not so hard to do, but man, they just keep coming at you.
They do. Their closest margin of victory this season so far, 19 points. They've hammered everyone they've played, including Edgewood out of Madison, Wisconsin. They beat them by nearly 30 points earlier this season. They're coming off of a big win against Ankeny as well earlier this week too.
Yeah, and they're talking, snow flurries here outside, but you get point flurries from Johnston. It just, before you know it and you blink, they can reel off a lot of points against you. And plus, they play defense, too.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a great tilt again. Number 6, Waukee Northwest hosting number 1 Johnston. Class 5A girls basketball coming your way here. After a quick break, we'll catch the starters for both squads here on CISN.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Just over a minute till we get into our national anthem and starters here at Waukee Northwest High School. Again, John Schaefer with you and Dar Danielson joining me on the call today. Let's take a look at the top 10 or top 15 rankings here for Class 5A girls basketball. And Johnston then at number 1, we knew that. Waukee Northwest at number 6. Dar Dowling Catholic right there knocking on the doorstep at number 2 once again this year.
Yeah, and they jumped over Northwest, which had been 2, and then dropped down to 6. Valley was 10, moved up to 5 after the win. Ankeny right there. City High, a lot of familiar names that we see there in the 5A.
Absolutely, and not listed outside of that top 10 there. Obviously, Cedar Falls, Bettendorf, Waukee, Waterloo West, and Pleasant Valley round out the top 15 for us. Going to be an interesting way to see how it kind of shakes out. A tale of 2 seasons in high school basketball because you get the holiday break. Certainly kind of learn some things about your team, then you can adjust.
Yeah, you figure out what you need to improve on, who stepped up, and you work on that in the interim, and then you come back for January.
Well, we're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll step away here for one more break, then get you the starting lineups for both squads when we come back.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
I make it look easy. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
Beautifully done there. As the national anthem is in the books, we'll turn it over to the public address announcer for our starting lineups tonight.
Tonight's officials as assigned by the CIML are Scott Cook, and Sean Peterson. And now fans, let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, please welcome the visitors, the Dragons of Johnston High School. I'm senior number 10, Jenica Lewis. A 5'9" junior, number 14, Ariana Phillips. A 5'9" junior, number 20, Dana Phillips. 5'11" sophomore, 22, Kelly Cow. And a 5'7" junior, number 24, Mariah Dixon. The head coach of the Dragons is Chad Gillett.
So the atmosphere is lively in here, Dar. Again, top 10 matchup. Northwest trying to play upset and a bit of an underdog are the Wolves. Trying to hand Johnston their first loss.
Everybody has been, against Johnston here, and it's a matter of can you figure out, how to beat him. Not only that, but to stay with him and how because you're going to learn something one way or the other here, and you want to figure out how do we match up against this top team. And do we have what it takes? What do we need to work on?
Well, physicality is going to be key in this one. Johnston's obviously got the size and the confidence that we talked about in the pregame show leading into this one. Again, champions in 3 of the last 4 state tournaments in Class 5A as the lights come to full. And we're ready for tip-off here inside of Northwest High School. A cool, windy, kind of blustery evening outside.
A little bit of a snow shower right in front of the building, too.
Adea Phillips will tip off against Cassidy Danberg. Danberg wins it back, and the Wolves will start things off. Vonna Bilic. Crowett up at the wing. Looks inside to Danberg. Bamberg elevated.
Yeah, and right away on the double team down there, they forced her into a turnover as she came around and had Lewis on her and Dixon.
Danberg at 6'1" for the Wolves, the tallest on the floor so far, as Johnston tries to work it inside. Ariana Phillips gets the ball back, works it up top. Dixon now drives, floats it off the window, a little too strong off the iron, but strong board, kick back out to Dixon. Dixon for three. No, Crowett with the rebound.
So they got a couple shots at it, and they will keep shooting. They have the confidence. If they miss some, they don't care. They'll go right back at it.
Crowett hounded by Lewis. She'll give it up, and Danberg now at the top of the arc. Back to Crowett. Crowett from long range. Rattles in and out. Rebound back to Johnston. As that ball's punched out of bounds, it'll stay with the Dragons.
They get Romy going, that's good. She missed that first one, but when she gets hot, she gets on streaks herself there for scoring.
Into the front court comes Mariah Dixon. Kick back out, nice drive down the lane and a dish. Johnston will continue to work it around.
Got that sagging man-to-man out of Northwest.
Lewis, the long three, short. Crowett will come up with the rebound and try and work quickly. Here's Bilic. Lana Bilic looking for an outlet. Good defense by the Dragons. Leads to a turnover. Here comes Adea Phillips. Fast break. Lewis to the corner. Three. Just off the front iron. Rebound back to Dragons. Lewis drives the lane. Nice dish. Just can't get the finish. And now the Wolves have numbers. Outlet pass ahead by Bilic. Just too far out in front for McCann. It's another Northwest turnover early here.
Yeah, they had her out in front, but you got to get a perfect pass because Johnson, one thing they have is speed, and they're going to close quickly, even on the fast break.
Ariana Phillips will take it into the front court. Hands off to Lewis. Lewis inside the key, just off the front iron. Had to deal with a little bit of physicality as now the Wolves in transition. That's swatted away. Foul called on Ariana Phillips. She thought she had a clean block. Instead, it'll send Sadie McCann to the line.
So did all the Johnston parents. But
Sadie sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you got to keep attacking Adam here. And then you got to make the free throws, too.
McCann, 76% from the line, sinks her first. There's our first point of the game from McCann. Back end, nothing but twine. McCann puts the Wolves up 2-0 in the early goings. Crowett back down, nice drive there. Ariana Phillips with the little floater, and we're leveled at 2.
Yeah, that wasn't bad defense. It's just a great shot.
Bilic works it up and over. That's Logan Vogt. Back to Crowett. Vogt thought about the three. McCann back to Crowett once again. Very little penetration here so far for the Wolves.
Yeah, late in the shot clock now.
Floater up. No, touches nothing but air from McCann. It's going to be out of bounds on the Dragons, and I think they're going to want to chat about the shot clock here.
I thought it nicked it, but yeah, I think they discussed and said it did, yeah.
They will say it did, so a new shot clock.
Yep.
Here's McCann, she'll kick to the corner. Bilic, the quick fire three, nothing but air once again, and that rebound will go back to the Dragons. Turned over though, Crowett's defensive pressure. She comes up with it. McCann now at the wing.
Johnston way out deep on the coverage there.
Danberg back inside. Crowett, the runner, does not go. And now here come the Dragons in transition once again. It's Kolb. Around to the corner, Dixon. Dixon comes in off the window and in. Her first bucket of the night.
Yeah, no backside help there. Danberg was down and stopped the ball on this side, but then when they reversed it, no backside help for her. Because Danberg can block it up in the middle.
That's going to be a tied up ball by McCann and Phillips.
Yeah, they both, Phillips, both Phillips quick out there to trap her.
Paige Andernox checks in for the Dragons. Victoria Burpo, at 6'2", checks in. She's averaging 8 points per game this season.
Yeah, she's an up-and-coming sophomore. She's going to be the future here.
They're going to call a moving screen there. Jenica Lewis's first foul of the night, team's second. Croat will go back to work with the Wolves. To Bilic. She'll find a safety valve with McCann. McCann works it across to Vogt. Back to Croat. Croat from the top of the arc. Little off the back iron there. That's going to be an offensive foul. They're going to call the push.
On Burpo.
On Burpo, her first. Team's first.
So far, I think Northwest has got it at the pace they want. It's not a run and gun game. It's once they get it into the half court, they're taking their time here. As Vogt will come out, Prince House, the junior, comes off the bench.
Dragons lead by 2 in the first quarter here. Andernocht has to release the pressure a little bit. Here's Lewis, stops, pops. A little strong off the window, and it'll roll back into the hands of Bilic. Bilic gonna look to penetrate a little bit, the kick out. No work around the top of the arc. McCann, hounded relentlessly, finds Croat. It's Lewis on Romy Croat. She'll go to Prince House. Another handoff, McCann, 10 on the shot clock. Croat fires from long range off the front iron. Rebound there for Andernock. Quick runner does not go for Dixon.
Good job on Bilic on the defense there.
Here comes Bilic. Bilic kicks to the corner. Prince House all day. Floater does not fall. Lewis fouled. I'm sorry, that's not Lewis. That is a foul on Croat, though. As that's a foul on, as she fouls Adea Phillips.
Dixon back in and Vogt back in for Northwest and for Johnston.
Second team foul, Croat's first of the night. Here's Lewis. She finds the leak out. Andernocht. Nearly falls to the floor. Ball kicks out, but recovered nicely there by Kalb. It's Lewis now driving. Spins. Fall away. Jay goes for Lewis.
She got all their points?
No, she does not.
Nope.
It's Dixon and Phillips as well.
Okay.
But that's a beauty of a fadeaway Jay. You're seeing that fadeaway come back to life a little bit as Bilic tries to drive in. She goes off the glass a little short, and that ball kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolves. That fall away is coming back. It's Dirk Nowitzki-esque.
Yeah.
Seeing it from Momcilovic as well as you get another look at it there. Nothing but the bottom of the barrel for Jenica Lewis.
Yeah, for the longest time they tried to say, no, don't do that. Go straight up. But now, as you said, it's back into vogue.
Corner three from Croat. No.
Man, they just can't get her started.
Croat hesitates. Now the kick gets defended, and then it's passed up ahead, deflected. 3-on-1. Long range three for Johnston. Clings in and out. That was off the hands of Kalb, but the putback does go, and the Dragons extend their lead to 6.
See how quickly they had three people up the floor? That's the deal there. And then they crashed the boards on that.
Andernocht with that too. 4 different scorers for Johnston. They're up 6. Nice feed down low, off the window, too strong. Getting her own rebound. And then that one fended out of bounds. That was Logan Vogt with the good look. Nice little give and go. Croat found her. And that's one Vote's got to finish.
This is a little similar to the game Tuesday night with Valley. That tight defense makes you rush your shots. You try to get it up so quick.
Just not a lot of ability to create penetration either for the Wolves. But they'll stick to it. McCann from the corner. Cans the three.
Great inbound play. Come down to the baseline, catch and shoot it.
Nice little feed off, stripped away. And now Crow at the outlet ahead. McCann once again going to lay it up. Gets fouled. And McCann will go to the line once again. Adea Phillips on the foul.
There's 3 team fouls here, so unlikely to get into the bonus with 39 seconds left here.
McCann pots the first. She's 3 for 3 at the stripe so far tonight. Her second will fall through as well. McCann accounting for all 7 of the Northwest points thus far in the first quarter. 8-7 lead for the Dragons.
Couple seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock here.
Ariana Phillips gonna work into the key. Thought about the shot and said she'll kick it out. Now it's Adea Phillips. Nice find underneath. Andernock tries to reverse. It's blocked. Here come the Wolves back the other way. Nice little touch pass, but the layup is no good. Wolves with under 10 seconds to play, trying to find one last bucket. They're going to call a foul. Missed opportunity for the Wolves, but again, Adea Phillips, her second now.
It's been a good end of quarter rally, but if they'd have hit that bucket, they'd be leading heading into the second, but.
Phillips already in some foul trouble with 2 in just the first quarter. She'll grab a seat. Throw it deep downtown, just off the front iron before the buzzer. And we sit 8-7 through a quarter of play. The Johnston Dragons leading the Northwest Wolves here on CISN. We'll be right back.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
This ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
And we're back here at Northwest High School in Waukee. 8-7 ball game, the number 1 team in Class 5A leading the number 6 team. And the Wolves will start here in the second quarter.
So big miss at the end there. They could have had the lead plus get the ball to start the second quarter.
It's McCann, and she's going to kick it out to Vote. Vote hounded, and that creates the turnover. Here comes Lewis. Lewis, the step back 3. Does not go for her, and it's going to be a rebound there by Cassidy Danberg. Now here come the Wolves in transition. Billich going to take it to the hole, gets swatted. Now back come the Dragons. Phillips feeds Lewis. Lewis, long range. Back iron and out, rebound. Andernock can't get it to go. The Wolves will get possession back. Johnston settling right now from range.
And inside, Danberg has done a good job, and Burpo on the rebounding inside, not giving them second chances.
Billich finds inside Danberg. And they're going to get a shooting foul. This one, I think, on Andernacht. It does.
Yeah, that'll send Vogt to the line.
Team's first of the quarter. And that will be Vogt at the line, shooting 2. Vogt this season from the charity stripe, 71%. She'll pot the first.
And we're tied.
And the first scorer not named Sadie McCann for Northwest as well. Second one, good to go. 6 of the 9 points so far tonight for Northwest have come from the charity stripe. Johnston going to try and answer back. The drive, foul. It's a great attack by Ariana Phillips.
Yeah, Danberg, if she'd have kept straight up, but she tried to reach in a little bit. Whenever you bring the arm down, you're risking the foul there.
Danberg's first, so 2 shots here for Phillips, who had 2 points in the first quarter. Missed the first. The second rattles in and out as well. She goes 0 for at the line. Northwest keeps the 1-point lead, and Crowett will put the offense back in motion. Danberg now. Vogt thought about going inside and said she'll settle for the pass to Crowett. Over to Bilic. Little pump fake, the runner. Rolls in and out. Bilic just a little off, and rebound goes back Johnston's way. Here's Lewis. Drives the lane, blocked and swatted away by Danberg.
No, that's
Vogt. I'm sorry, Vogt with the block. And here comes Vogt back the other way. Back to Crowett. Give her some room to work, try and set a high screen. She doesn't take it, instead she drives. Lewis stays vertical. Crowett gets her own rebound, puts it up and in, and Northwest up 11-8.
And Currat finally on the board.
Another foul here.
If that's Crowett, that'll be her second.
It is. And another look at Romy Crowett. Nice drive, goes to the left, strong move, sticks with it, gets her own rebound, goes back up and in. Now here at the other end, Ariana Phillips. Rolls in and out.
Phillips has struggled at the line, 25% coming in. Just 1 of 4, obviously, early on, but.
Misses both. And again, the Wolves will try and build on their 3-point lead. Throw it over to Danberg to Vogt. Vogt at the top of the arc. She'll go to the corner for Crowett. Crowett's heels on the line. And that'll be a turnover. Timeout called by Sam Powell. I think it's a 30, so we'll stay here. But so far, Northwest has controlled this second quarter thus far. They have 3 points to speak of.
Yeah, they controlled the tempo a little bit, and then rebounding. They've used, the size of Danberg down there, and then Burpo when she's been in, to not give, Northwest a lot of second chance opportunities. Johnston. Johnston needs to move the ball a little more instead of settling for a long 3. Move them, and we've seen them when they move the ball around. They got those backdoor. They need to get a little more less static on their offense, I think.
Well, it's been an 8-0 run for the Northwest Wolves since trailing 8-3. And they've scored the only 4 points in this quarter thus far. Dragons still looking for their first points of this second frame of 8 minutes. Drive, kick to the corner. They'll work it around the horn. Lewis from 3, nothing but twine.
Yep, and there's the ball movement.
Leads to a 3 in rhythm for Jenica Lewis. She's up to 5. We're tied at 11. Here's McCann, drives the key. Off the window with the left, does not go. Danberg, strong rebound. She'll kick out. Vogt for 3. Off the back iron, rebound. Goes right back to Ariana Phillips, and she'll get things moving quickly. to Lewis. Lewis, the hezzy, step back, 3. Off the front iron. Rebound by Andernock, tied up by Crowett. It'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow is sticking with the Dragons.
Princehouse coming in for Crowett. I think she just about got her third foul down here, and then she's aggressive, tied her up, but I think the coach a little worried. Doesn't want her getting the third foul already here in the second.
Andernock draws 2 defenders, hesitates off the window, 2 for her. Beautiful move by the sophomore, her 4th point of the night.
Yeah, 2 defenders took the same person, and she just drove by.
Vogt drives baseline, kicks it back out. Danberg too strong. Lewis with the rebound. Here's Lewis in transition. Goes to the left off the window, draws the foul. She'll shoot 2. Foul on Sadie McCann. Her first, team second of the quarter. So here's Lewis at the line.
And Burpo, the sophomore, back in there for Danberg. That was just Danberg's second 3-point attempt this year. She's smiling about it a little bit after she came out.
Lewis is first, rattles around and through. Medea Phillips will swap places with Ariana Phillips. Lewis is second, stretching the twine. She's got 5 in this quarter, 7 on the night. Johnston leads 15-11. Bilic works it to McCann. McCann at the top of the key. Little pump step, goes to her left, off the glass, does not go. Andernock comes away with the rebound. Little pace change there. Has an open look underneath, and then it's tied up. That ball's going to go back to the Wolves. Great job by Grace McCann, or I'm sorry, Kennedy Princehouse, the junior, to tie that up.
And I know it's only 4 points, but Northwest, they don't want to let Johnston get too far away.
Of course, Romy Crowett out of the lineup right now, catching a breather. Sure, she doesn't want to sit any longer than coach makes her. As Bilic will run the offense. Goes to the corner to Princehouse. 4-3 from the wing, just a little strong by Vogt. They're going to call a foul once again on Burpo. Going to call her for a push. That's her second.
Yeah, because it looked like she got the hand in under the ball, but then maybe a little hip check.
Into the front court comes Medea Phillips. Medea drives. A little pass off to Kolb. Now a drive herself by Emma Gray. Gray kicks it back out. Kalb. Nice feed down low. Andernock draws some contact, then gets the friendly roll. Andernock, she's up to 6.
Well, they tried to stop the ball up high, but then they forgot about down low when they reversed it over. Good ball movement by Johnston.
Lead swells to 6 for the Dragons. Bilic going to try and chop into it. They'll work it to Burpo. Burpo gets hacked on the way up.
Good strong move.
Medea Phillips called once again. She's up to 3 fouls in the first half already, but here's another look at the nice passing.
Yep, so you had them stopped, and then they forget the baseline.
Paige Andernock having a great night thus far. Burpo, with her first points of the game, hits her first of 2.
And that's the trouble there with Johnston. If you step back and let them take that mid-range, they hit that too, but you can't then let them get the baseline on you. A lot of options. Hedley Gensler, she came in the other night, some good minutes off the bench, got a couple things going, a 3 early Tuesday night. As Coach Powell tries to find the right combination here.
Burpo, 2 for 2. Chops into the lead just a bit.
And then Danberg will replace her.
And the Wolves going to run a little bit of press here. Here's Phillips. Into the lane, fall away 2. Rebound cleaned up nicely by Kalb. Phillips again, drives, floater. Back iron, rattles out. Paige Andernacht has been sharp down low, gets the rebound, puts it back up. Fouled on the process. She'll shoot 2 more.
Prince House got her, yeah.
Prince House with the foul. You heard it there in the bonus. Andernacht knocks down another. Goes 1 for 2 at the stripe. Andernacht averaging 9 points a game this season. She's already up to 7 here in the first half. Here's Billich. Kick out, Vogt wide open down low, goes off the window for 2. Missed coverage there, and the Wolves capitalize.
Great look by Danberg up high. She saw Vogt on the baseline.
Dixon to Andernacht.
Little
They'll
better
work
help
it back
that time.
out. Yep. Phillips into the lane. Tries to go off the window. A little short. Andernacht the rebound. Puts it back up. Gets fouled once again. This one on Danberg.
Her second.
Andernacht misses the front end.
Prince House will come back in for Danberg with her 2. I don't know if that means Coach talking with her. I don't know if they sit her out now since she's got 2 for the rest of the quarter or how that'll work. But.
Only a minute 44 left as Andernacht goes over at the line that attempt. And the Wolves will get back into motion. Romy Crowett does check back in too. Down 3 from the corner. Billich for 3. Ties it up.
Good ball movement there. Found her open, and Billich puts it home, but then right back the other way.
Ariana Phillips wasting no time. The runner off the window. And we're knotted. Johnston goes back up 2. Here's Crowett. The kick. The corner does not go. Vogt, though, sticking with it. Sticks with it again. She'll dribble it out. Here's Crowett now.
Minute to play.
For 3. Short. Comes to Lewis. Lewis going to try and work it back in transition. Crowett draws some contact there. Her 3rd with 53 seconds to play. And that's going to force a sub out.
She was trying to stop the break, but got a little too tight.
Even worse, though, with that foul. Johnston in the bonus already. Lewis will go to the line. Automatic 2.
And Lewis knows, too. She was attacking.
Jenica Lewis clings around her first attempt. Burpo and Gensler both check in. Lewis on her second. 53 seconds to play. Johnston up 2. Late in the second quarter. Lewis will flush it and put the team up 3. Wolves now. Will have to get a shot off before the end of the quarter. They work it down low to Sadie McCann. McCann trying to find some space. She'll dish it back out. Prince House over to Billich. Billich works it to Gensler. Gensler to the corner. Now Billich with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drives baseline, tries the reverse, does not go. Lewis comes away with it. She can hold it if she wants. They'll wait, play out this remainder of the clock. The shot clock's off. Under 15, Lewis with the Dragons up 3. Under 10, the offense will go. Lewis doubled at the top of the arc, trying to find somebody. They'll work it to the corner. Open look for Dixon. Dixon for 3, off the iron.
It was a good job of pressuring high. They made him take too much time, and then they had to rush that shot, but good defense by Northwest.
The Dragons will take a 21-18 lead into the break. For the Dragons, the scoring has come from Paige Andernacht and Jenica Lewis, both with 7 in that first half. On the other end of things, Sadie McCann with 7 for Waukee Northwest. Again, we head to break 21-18, the number 1 ranked Dragons leading number 6 Northwest Wolves here on CISN. When we come back, we'll break down what we saw in the first half, plus an interview from Dar Danielson and Coach Powell.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the Fall Mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Joining us now is Sam Powell, the head girls basketball coach at Waukee Northwest. And, end of the season now, early, Coach. Let's talk a little bit about what you want to accomplish heading into the season and your just what you see here in the first few games.
Well, like with any season, beginning any season, it's a lot of rust. So just trying to, first off, get the girls in the best condition possible, and also just more consistent in our level of play, just consistent on the offense and defensive end.
But you have some experience coming back, and that's always nice, isn't it?
Oh, that's always a plus. I dealt with a few years of not very much experience, and, the majority of those girls are juniors that's going to be on the floor. So it's just nice to have kids who have 3 years under their belt.
So does that mean you kind of play similar to what you have been since you know the girls know your system? Is that what you see?
Yeah, it's no doubt. We play an up-tempo brand of ball. We want to get up and down the floor. Primarily, we play a man-to-man defense to help create tempo. So, just the athletes that we have enjoyed over the last few years. Pretty much that's the way we want to play.
Ratings are out. You guys are number 2 here right now. Do you look at that at all, or talk about that at all this early on?
We try not to focus on it. It's always just something to feel good about when people recognize you. But we know at the end of the day, those ratings with a tough CIML conference. We're coming up on West Des Moines Valley and also Johnston on Friday with a tough CIML conference. Every night is just a battle.
Well, you led me into my next question. Let's talk first about Valley and what you see out of them.
Young team, very scrappy. The team is well coached. They play hard, very talented, led by Tylee White. So anytime you go into Valley, you battle not only talent but tradition. So we know we're in for a dogfight tomorrow night.
And then you mentioned tradition. That's the tradition Johnston has set, and they're the ones that everybody's looking for to try to topple, aren't they?
Yeah, it's no doubt. Johnston has had a target on their back for a number of years. Well coached, very, very talented team led by Jenica Lewis, obviously the Notre Dame recruit. Those girls hasn't lost in 2 years. They didn't put in the work. They have walked the walk and talked the talk. So you expect nothing. You expect nothing short of a battle with those girls. But we know we got our hands full on Tuesday and Friday.
Well, both these teams, they give you a good measuring stick of where you're at early on, doesn't it?
There's no doubt about it.
Okay, Coach, appreciate you joining us here on the pregame show, and good luck in both games this week.
Thank you.
3, 2, action. Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers on Douglas Avenue.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Well, it was an eventful first half here at Northwest High School. The Dragons leading by 3 as we head into the final 16 minutes of tonight's contest. 2 quarters remain, Dar. And what was your big takeaway there in the first 2 quarters?
I think Northwest kind of controlled the tempo pretty good there and didn't let, Johnston get out and get a lot of fast break points or things like that. And they did use their size to their advantage on rebounds. Johnston sometimes settled a little bit for the long shot, but then once they got working it, then they were able to build a lead. But, this 3-point, I think, what was it, 5? Maybe it's been the biggest lead here.
Yep.
So that's what Northwest wants. Keep them close and don't let him get on a big run, because then it's really hard to reel him back in. And then, of course, the foul situation, Romy Curlett with 3 there right toward the end of the second quarter, and that's a big deal. She hasn't quite got the offense going tonight, but she's one of those streakers where if she starts on the streak, she hits the first one and gets going, she can bring you right back. So
Sadie McCann's led the scoring for the Wolves, but as you said, the foul trouble for Crowett, she cannot foul out of this game if Northwest wants a chance. On the other side, Jenica Lewis does come alive there in the second quarter, 5 points for her. And then Paige Andernacht coming off the bench tonight. She's contributed 7 here so far this evening as well. She had 5 in the second quarter. She's been big mostly on the rebounds, I'd say, though, down low for the Dragons.
Yeah, just because that's one thing that Northwest has is a little more size when it comes to that. So if you can get those rebounds and putbacks, and Northwest has been able to work the ball a little better too. You can't just drive in against a Johnston team because they're so good help defense and shutting you off. So you got to move the ball around, and I think pretty sure Coach Yillick is telling the same thing to his girls. We got to move the ball a little more and get some better shots.
Well, we're going to take one last quick break here on CISM before tip-off of the second half. That's next.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back in, just in the nick of time for the start of half number 2, third quarter. And the starting 5 in the second half for this Northwest team appears to be the same as their starting 5 to open this game up. Same for the Johnston Dragons. So it'll be just as we started quarter number 1.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be key here at the start. If you're Johnston, you want to get a step on the gas a little bit, put a little distance here, and see if you can do that early here in the second half.
Lewis will pass it off to Ariana Phillips. Phillips will work around the screen, top of the key. Back to Lewis. Lewis drives baseline, draws some contact. She'll shoot 2 on the foul on Logan Vogt.
I thought that little continuation there. I didn't know.
And Lewis went hard into the benches back there.
Kind of favoring that right.
Don't know if we had a good look at it or not, but she's in some pain here. I think they're going to get the trainer out to look at her. Nope, they're not. Coach Jillick instead looking for a mouth guard replacement on the bench. Tough gal is Jenica. The first will roll through. And she starts our scoring right there in the third quarter.
And if it's in that thigh, you just got to kind of work that out a little bit.
A little bit of a dead leg, right?
Yeah.
Stretching the twine, not at all. And I think they're going to sub her out.
Well, she got it.
They wanted to check for blood.
Yeah,
they'll say no.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little extra tactic from Coach Jillick to get her a couple extra steps there. Crowett now will work it to Danberg. Danberg, the skip to Crowett. Crowett for 3. Nothing but net.
That's what Northwest wants to see.
And she gave her student section a little love with it. And then the block from the backside by Billich. And they'll send Phillips to the line to shoot 2. And honestly, maybe not the worst foul from Billich, as Ariana Phillips has struggled from the line tonight. But here's another look at the skip across to Crowett. Crowett for 3. Nothing but net. Phillips does roll that one through.
And I think sometimes when that defender's coming in late, you get a better arc because you're trying to shoot it over him, and that was perfect on that one.
Phillips second off the back iron. Tracked down, though, by Adea Phillips. She'll kick it to Lewis. Lewis from deep range off the back iron and into the hands of Danberg. Danberg going to have to move it out quickly in transition. Billich.
She had a notion for Vogt, but Lewis was all over, so she didn't want to throw it up.
24-21. Danberg at the wing. Goes down low. McCann. Off the window with her left, and Sadie McCann picks up where she started. She's up to 9 points on the night. 1 point game. Dragons lead. Lewis for 3 again. She's too strong. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Crowett, it looks like. Nope, it's not on Crowett. That's a break, as it's on McCann. Had that been on Crowett, it would have been her fourth.
Yeah. Just not even 2 minutes into the second half.
Lewis to Adea Phillips. Phillips looking for an outlet. She'll pass to Ariana. Ariana from the top of the key. A little strong. We'll find a couple pieces of rim. Now here comes Crowett in transition to McCann. McCann drives. Stops. Quick hand in there by Lewis. Billich thought about the 3. Instead, Crowett will. She's a little off the mark. Rebound by Danberg. The bucket and the foul for Cassidy Danberg.
Exactly what they needed. A rebound and put back.
Another look at it. Croat just off the mark. Danberg, strong box out, elevates, high points it. Back up and in. She'll try and make it a 3-point play. She's off, but the rebound goes to Vogt. Vogt, the one-handed snag to Billich. Northwest with a 1-point lead off that shot by Danberg. Trying to build on it now.
Croat directing traffic here.
Danberg to the wing. Now it's Vogt. They'll work it around the key a bit. Goes inside that with a little too much pace. Croat's pass off the hands of Danberg, and he'll go back the other way. Northwest going to run a full court press now. Looked like it at first.
Yeah.
Johnston didn't waste any time getting in. Lewis will take it into the front court. Spins, blocked. Vogt with just a clinic on defense there on Lewis, and now the Wolves with numbers back the other way. Billich.
Vogt using a little bit of a volleyball skill there to swat that one out.
Here's Croat looking for a lane. There's a reach in. They'll put her on the baseline, not at the stripe.
They're moving on offense a little better here.
Foul on Mariah Dixon. Her first, still inbounds to Danberg. Turned over. Here comes Kalb. Kalb going to take it to the hole. They're going to call a blocking foul on McCann. She thought she had her feet planted. Instead, Kalb will go to the line to shoot 2. McCann's third. And the leading scorer right now for this Northwest team will likely head to the bench as Kalb shoots her first. That'll rattle out. McCann and Danberg check out. Burpo checks in along with Princehouse. Kalb on the back end of 2, trying to tie this game up. She does not. That ball will tip out of bounds off the hands. Look, Emma Gray in there.
Croat already yelling up the floor what she wants to see him do. They're going to go 3 low here. Now Burpo comes up.
That was Andernock that tipped it out. And now Burpo with it. Top of the key. Tries to feed it inside. Andernock reads it beautifully. Creates the turnover. And now Dragons go back to work. Phillips to Dixon. Dixon finds a lane. Drives to the paint. Andernock down low now. She'll kick to Lewis. Lewis for 3. Just a little short. Rebound to Vogt. Vogt now goes back to work, but turns it over. Lewis with the nice defensive prowess. She's going to attack the rim with the left, draws the foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Vogt's second of the night. It's a block. And Lewis did everything right there by attacking with numbers.
Yeah, and Croat stopped. She should have kept up the floor, taken the pass, but
Lewis will touch the twine. All of her points have come from the charity stripe here in the third quarter. We're going to get a timeout by Sam Powell, as Lewis will still have the back end of it. It'll be a full timeout. So with that, we'll head to break, tied at 25 here on CISN.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the fall mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny.
Good Greenhouses looking awfully green there. Meanwhile, just a little taste of spring and summer there on a cold day in Iowa.
Yeah, I like seeing that better. I love the Western snowplow commercials. I wish I had one of those, but my wife would say our driveway isn't long enough. But well, again, still Northwest hanging right there.
Johnston already in the double bonus, though, with 4:35 to play in quarter number 3. Jenica Lewis shoots her second, gets both to go. 4 for 4 here in the third quarter, and it's a 26-25 lead going the Dragons' way. Lewis with 12. Good effort by Burpo. Eventually draws the foul. She'll go to the line now as Andernacht gets flagged for 2.
You like to see that with authority out of the sophomore in there. Take it right back at him.
Number 50, Victoria Burpo at the line for Northwest with 2 shots.
Burpo's first. She hits her third free throw of the night. And her second will put Northwest up 1. Fouls are 5-3 in this quarter. Again, Johnston in the double bonus. Any foul by Northwest will send them to the line.
Yeah, McCann and Croat both with 3.
They're going to call a travel on Phillips.
Good help defense without the foul there. Forced the turnover.
Godel inbound, and Croat will go back to work. Here's Burpo. Little weave inside, turned over. Ariana Phillips drives, kisses it off the window for 2 more. Ariana Phillips, the junior, using some speed. And she's up to 6 on the night.
That's the one part of Burpo's game she's got to work on a little bit, that entry pass.
Andernacht thought she got a hand on it. Croat with a good strong take. Instead, they call the foul on Andernacht, her third. Croat goes to the line. She'll shoot 2. Jenica Lewis has 12. On the other side, Sadie McCann has 9 as Croat rattles one in and out. You can tell she wanted that one to fall, obviously.
Well, she's been so tense coming out. She hit that 3, is good, but I think she's upset with herself. She got that third foul at the end of the quarter there, but she's a competitor.
Croat missed both, gets her own rebound though, puts it back off the window and gets the roll. Croat sticks with it. She's up to 7, Northwest back on top. Here's Dixon at the wing. She'll go to Ariana Phillips. Create some space to Adea Phillips now. Hands off to Kalb. Kalb for 3. Stuffed by Prince House. And the ball goes to Danberg. Turned over though. And we're going to get a tie-up jump ball. Lewis jumped on it. It's going to stay with Northwest. Another look at it as Croat misses the free throw, but doesn't back out of there. She says she goes and tracks it down, puts it off the window and in for a couple more. She'll sub out to catch her breath.
Yeah, Danberg, a nice tip out to her.
Here's Billich. Finds McCann. McCann got to the block, then turned out. Here's Vogt now. She'll go to the corner. Billich for 3. Nothing but net for Vanna Billich.
4, and that may be their biggest lead, I think, isn't it?
Lead does swell to 4. It is their largest of the night, and that's going to be a timeout from Chad Gillick. He wants to recollect his Johnston Dragons. It'll be a 30. We'll stay here for it. Vanna Billich. Both of her baskets coming from deep downtown. 2 threes on the night, but none bigger than that one.
Yep, and then I think defensively they're doing a little, well, we'll see the replay here. Just out on the wing, move the ball, find the open shooter. But defensively, like Prince House that last time down, she slid under the screen and didn't get screened, and then forced what turned out to be the held ball there, and Northwest got it back. So Northwest seeming to play a little better rhythm offensively and defensively here than they did Tuesday night.
Vanna Bilic, the only senior in the starting lineup for the Wolves tonight, has the biggest basket of the night for her squad, and they sit up 4. Johnston now trying to get back into their offense. Sadea Phillips hands off to Jenica Lewis. Lewis bottled up, finds Phillips, out to Dixon. Dixon for 3, rattles in and out. Danberg comes up with the rebound. Chance for Northwest to build on it. Here's the sharpshooter in Bilic. Just asking for some motion. Romy Croat did check out with under 2 to play here in this quarter. Bilic winds her way to the hoop, doesn't get it to go. Now in transition, Jenica Lewis spots up. Can't get it to knock down. Kalb almost comes away with it. Said the Wolves will. It's Vogt. Vogt going to slow things down just a hair.
Waukee Northwest is a little more aggressive to the ball right now, and there's a foul out front.
They're going to call a reach in on Ariana Phillips, her first. Sorry, her second.
But into the bonus already, both teams here.
Minute 28 left in this quarter. She'll shoot 2, it will Vogt. Vogt rolls down her first. And she'll make it a 6-point game after going 2 for 2. Minute 20 left. Lewis.
Big possession for Johnston now.
Dixon blocked. And they're going to call a foul on Bilic. I'm not sure if it was necessarily on the shot or if it was on the landing zone. Either way, it's 2 shots for Dixon. 3 shots, I'm sorry. That was outside the arc.
Outside, yep.
My apologies. Dixon gets a friendly roll on the first. It's a big foul. As the momentum had swung Northwest way, Dixon off the back iron.
McCann and Bilic back in. Or excuse me, McCann and Croat.
Dixon's second does go. She's up to 4 points, lead back to 4. And Northwest will get back into their sets with 1:10 to play. It's McCann. Timeout called by Sam Powell. He didn't like how the offense was shaping up there. Wasn't getting the movement he wanted.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a 30.
And that's when they've been successful, when they've been moving it. And he saw that right away and said, hey, come on. You can't stand around against a team of good defenders. You got to move and make them move.
It was a quick timeout for him as you look at it, because he drew it back on the playboard, said go do it, and sent his team back out there. Didn't use the full timeout, but he needed it. He knows how critical this possession is with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. His team up 4. Romy Croat has come alive for 5 points here in the third quarter. She's up to 7. And that's who you'll lean on if you're the Wolves here. She stayed safe as well with just 3 fouls. McCann on the inbound to Prince House. Prince House will run the offense. Over to McCann. Croat. Back to McCann. McCann to Croat. 3, 2, 1 on the shot clock. Croat lets it fly. It's off the iron. Danberg can't come away with it. And here comes Adea Phillips. Ariana Phillips, the drive, gets the roll. And she's come to life. She's up to 5 in the third quarter, cuts the lead to just 2.
And smart, she took it right at Croat, knowing she's got those 3 fouls.
Shot clock's off. 15 to play in quarter number 3. It's Croat. Jenica Lewis on her. Gets a screen. Croat tries to create some space, goes baseline, gets the floater to go. 3-2. Lewis from 3/4 court does not go. Croat with a thing of beauty. One more look at it, Dar.
Yeah, just takes it down baseline. The little runner up and good.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Johnston has won 57 straight games, and that winning streak in jeopardy as they trail by 4 with 8 minutes to play as we go to the fourth quarter, Dar.
Yeah, 8 minutes is a long time for them. Lewis gets hot and hits a couple threes, but I like the movement, and after Coach Powell called that timeout, got him going, and Croat trying to take over a little bit too.
Ariana Phillips going to go to Adea Phillips. Dixon looking for an open spot. She'll drive instead, turns, fires off the iron and rolls through. She'll chop the lead to 2. Mariah Dixon, her 6th point of the night. Now here's Croat. Now it's Danberg. She'll go back to Croat and they'll play a little give and go. Now it's Vogt. Work it down to Danberg. Danberg skipped past to Romy Croat. Croat thought about the 3, gets a screen. They're going to call a moving screen on Bilic.
That'll be her 3rd.
That's her 1st. Team's first of the quarter. Bilic has played a clean game thus far. 2 big threes. But Dragons now with the possession to tie it up. A 3 gives them a 1-point lead. Kalb. Hands off to Dixon. They're going to call a foul on Dixon for the elbow. Croat was reaching in there and she tried to fend her off. Offensive foul is a turnover.
Must have been very evident from that side because Croat was on her tight and he called it right away.
Jillick in a bit of disbelief on the call. Croat goes to work, gets a screen. Johnston switches out of it. It's Bilic now. She'll hand it off to McCann. McCann works around the top of the arc. Danberg driving. Kicks out. Vogt for 3. Off the front iron. Lewis tracks it down. They're going to call a foul on Vogt. Not a lot she could do there. She just kind of got caught in no man's land. And that will give the possession back to Johnston without a doubt.
So that's 3 for her, 3 for Danberg, 3 for Croat, and 3 for Bilic.
1 for Bilic, I believe.
Is it 1?
Yeah, she's just out. Oh, they've got 3 up on the scoreboard, but I heard 1 down here, so who knows? They're going to call another one on McCann, and that's 3 quick fouls for Northwest, her 4th.
Prince House will come in for McCann. As I say, as you get a little farther down here to about halfway through the 4th, those 3 fouls aren't as bad because you have one to give, and then but big possession here again for Johnston.
2-point game. Here's Dixon, I'm sorry. She'll try and hand off, stolen by Bilic. Bilic gonna go. Hand it off to Croat. Croat stumbles. Ariana Phillips comes away with it. Little crossover behind the back to Jenica Lewis for 3. Lewis cans it! Johnston back on top, 37-36 from deep downtown.
Avoids the defender, sets her feet and pops it to take the lead back.
Now Croat gonna try and respond to herself. Passes it off to Danberg. They'll work it around the horn. Skip to Prince House. She pumps. Throw it again. Looking for a screen. Doesn't use it. Danberg thought about the 3. Drives baseline. Reverse. Up. Does not go. That ball will go the other way as it's off Vogt. One more look at it here. Jenica Lewis. Great crossover by Ariana Phillips. Hands it off. Moves around Croat. And stretching the twine. Jenica Lewis puts the Dragons up 1 with under 6 to play. Andernock nearly sails one over Kalb. Kalb will hand it off to Lewis. Lewis from deep, deep range. Rattles in and out, rebound Croat. Croat underneath to Vogt. Vogt hesitates, hands off. Burpo gets fouled as she goes up. They're going to call it on Lewis, and she'll shoot 2. Chance to put her team back in front. The back and forth battle continues here, Dar.
And Lewis is one of those, don't matter if you miss one, she's going to keep firing.
Burpo off the front iron. Adea Phillips will check in. Dixon checks out. And Gensler's going to check in after the free throw by Burpo. Burpo rattles in and out. Rebound to Phillips. Now here comes Jenica Lewis in transition. Drives up with the left, just a little too strong, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. Burpo with the foul.
This is what makes Johnston so tough. You're hanging with them, and then Lewis or somebody else can pop it out.
Lewis hits her first. Misses the second. It's a 2-point game. Croat looks to Coach Powell for their set. She's going to attack the paint herself. Goes strong off the window and then muscles up. Romy Croat shows the strength. And we are knotted up at 38 all. Here's Lewis working on Vogt. Croat comes in on the double team, chops it away. Still have about 15 on the shot clock to work with. Ariana Phillips now. Bilic on the defense. They're going to call a charge. Offensive foul on Phillips. And possession goes to Northwest.
Both teams have ratcheted up a little bit here as we head into the final half of the fourth quarter.
To the corner, Bilic for 3 again. Yes, she can! Vada Bilic puts her team up a triple.
Timeout Johnston.
Full timeout. Vanna Bilic has hit 3 threes, 2 at some of the biggest moments in the night. And we will head to break with the Wolves up with 3:32 to play.
3, 2, action.
Wilson Toyota and Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience.
She's getting better at this, making me so proud.
Wilson Toyota,
home of the Wilson experience.
Well, Vanna Bilic hit a big 3 in quarter number 3. Comes up big once again. A great find by Crowett. Prince House, and then right there, plenty of time, and she does not miss.
And you said it. Everybody's focusing on Crowett because she's been driving and getting the attention, but then great ball rotation over to Bilic, and she just nails it.
A 3-point game. What's at stake once again? Well, it's number 1 Johnston, who started the season 5-0. They've won 57 straight. We've got 3:30 to play. Buckle up. Andernacht will look for an outlet at the top of the arc. Here comes Phillips. Phillips drives off the front iron. Andernacht kicks it out to Lewis. Lewis in the paint, gets the floater to fall through. She's come up big when she's needed to.
Yeah, she's gonna, between her and Crowett, a little shootout here.
Scoring is certainly opened up. 41-40. Northwest leads. Offensive foul. They're going to call a moving screen on Vogt.
That's 4 on her. Danberg will come back in, replace Burpo.
Big turnover there for the Wolves, who are trying to build on their lead. Now a 2 will put them in front for the Dragons.
Yeah, but don't give Lewis an open 3 look, because that could be danger right now, too.
Ariana Phillips sizes up the defense, uses the screen. Spins, pull-up jumper, no. Danberg with the rebound, finds an outlet to Bilic. She'll settle things down, tries the stretch pass ahead to Vogt. Vogt kicks to Danberg. Prince House now. She'll feed it back to Vogt, and then it'll go to Crowett. Crowett will work her way back to the top of the arc and hand it off.
Burn a little time with the lead, looking for a good shot.
Vogt kicks to Prince House. Under 5 on the shot clock now. Crowett needs a shot. Danberg passes it off. Bilic's shot does not get up to the rim, and that'll be a turnover and a shot clock violation, a minute 56.
Great defense by Johnston. Kept right with him. Both teams huffing and puffing, Will John. They've turned the tempo up here.
Plenty of heat inside this building. It may be cold outside, but you're missing one that's been on fire in this second half. Again, John Schaefer, Dar Danielson on the call here. Late 4th quarter. Number 6 versus number 1. Hands off to Phillips. Ariana Phillips dribbles into the double team. Passes it off to Andernacht. She gets some space. Can't get it to go. Jenica Lewis tracks down the loose ball. Minute 30 to play. Lewis for 3. Too strong. Rebound Kalb. Kalb trying to find some relief valve, and Coach Jillick says let's draw something up instead. It'll be a full timeout. We'll head to break here on CISN. 1-point game. Northwest has Johnston on the ropes.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game.
We're back, and we'll stay here the remainder of the way till we have a winner in this one. 41-40, the Northwest Wolves. Chad Gillick and his squad tracking down some offensive boards, and now they have a chance draw something up and see what they can do.
Draw off that play you've been working on so far in the early season here. I got a sneaking suspicion number 10 might get the ball here at one point in this. Not very deep in the shot clock, so.
Ariana Phillips has 9. And then Andernacht has 7 if you're looking for any other outlets here. Ariana Phillips, the floater off the glass, too strong. Andernacht gets the rebound, puts it back up and in, right on cue. Johnston up 1:105 to play.
Danberg good on the first challenge, but didn't get any help after.
To Crow it now. Sadie McCann will pass it off to Vogt. Vogt down low to Danberg, seals off the defender. Too strong, go off the window, rebound out to Johnston. Kalb on the fast break, lays it up and in for 2. Kelly Kalb has not had a point all night until that moment, but that too.
And picture perfect move by Danberg. It just rolled out of there, and then on the fast break, boom.
Kalb puts her team up 3 with 38 seconds to play. Sam Powell's turn now to draw up the offense.
Now you got it for Johnson. You got to keep an eye out for Carwat and Billick here. The two top long distance shooters for Northwest. And just 3 seconds difference between the shot and the game clock. So
I'd imagine the first shot comes with about 12 seconds left. You want to give yourself some time to get a rebound at worst.
If you miss, 'cause
no need to necessarily force it here.
1 timeout for Northwest, 2 timeouts left for Johnston on the reset of the there. Both teams in the bonus, or wait, no, Johnston will be in the bonus. Of course, with the 3-point lead.
Double team on Crowett on the inbounds. They'll go to Sadie McCann instead. McCann will hand it off to Crowett. And they'll set 30 seconds to play here at Northwest High School. Crowett, top of the arc.
Billits comes up.
Crowett hounded by Ariana Phillips, goes to Billich. Billich had a thought at 3, drives instead. They're going to call a foul on Dixon on the drive.
So like you said, she went ahead and went in there with about 14 seconds to go. You got to make 2 free throws here, and then
you're likely got to press on the inbounds pass. If you don't get it right away, foul.
But that's the thing. If it's 2 made free throws, then
Billich misses the first.
So either way now, you want to make this one, then you got to come and pressure and then foul.
Prince House will sub in for Danberg. They're trying to get their 3-point shooters out on the floor. Billich, her second, trying to make it a 2-point game. She misses both. Rebound to Ariana Phillips. Phillips is fouled by Prince House, or I'm sorry, by McCann. And that's going to be a foul out for Sadie McCann.
And when they look back, if they don't win this one, there was 2 missed free throws by Burpo. Those 2 missed there. Down the stretch, some free throws that could have made a difference.
14 Ariana Phillips at the line for the Dragons with 2 shots.
Five fouls on Sadie McCann. She will sub out now. Grace McCann comes in, the freshman.
Grace McCann checks in.
Now Ariana Phillips has struggled at the stripe tonight.
Yeah, it was the right person to foul, definitely.
Gets the first to go, though. 2-possession game.
And she says, what do you guys know?
The biggest free throw of the night. She does hit. Can she make it 5? She does. Comes in clutch late. Now it's just lay off the defense. Crowett's going to attack. 5 seconds left. That's going to be tipped by Jenica Lewis. Lewis coming with it. She does get fouled by Crowett. 1.8 seconds left. And the Johnston Dragons appear to be escaping by the scales on their back.
Yeah. And, you know, Coach will say moral victories, but I like the way Northwest came back. They were dominated in the second half by Valley Tuesday night, and they've come back here and taken the #1 team down to the final minutes.
So Lewis at the stripe. She's got 18 tonight. Lewis's second does go. Game high 19 for Jenica Lewis tonight. And the Johnston Dragons remain unbeaten, 58 straight wins for the #1 team in Class 5A, 47-41. Leading scorer tonight for the Wolves comes in the form of Romy Crowett with 11. And what a game it was.
Yes, and then, of course, Jenica Lewis stepped up. That big 3 late to give them the lead. And then a few missed free throws, but man, what a ball game.
Exciting stuff. Vanna Bilic finishes with 9. She had a couple big threes in there. An entertaining one, and Johnston happy to walk away with the win there. But expect these two to meet again down the road somewhere because both are top-end teams.
Yeah, and like I said, Northwest after that stumble Tuesday night, they come right back out here and go at it, and they played better. They did some more better movement and tighter defense, but Johnston, you got to be at the top of the game against Johnston, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, don't go anywhere because after a quick warm-up, we'll get you the boys' action here from Northwest High School. Johnston and Waukee Wolves taking on each other here in just a bit.
Welcome back to Waukee Northwest High School for the second half of our doubleheader here tonight. Waukee hosting the Johnston Dragons. A wild game, rated game in the girls matchup as Johnston holds off Waukee Northwest in the end. Tonight, Waukee Northwest boys, John, I don't want to be the guy that has to figure out the defensive scheme against them because there are so many weapons.
Yeah, they've got scoring all over the place and electric players everywhere. And it transfers, I think, a little bit from the football field right into this team. You've got Isaiah Oliver on this squad, Landon Davis, a young man we're going to talk a little bit about as well. But certainly a Northwest team, started the season strong, 3-0 thus far.
And Johnston, they're struggling a little bit, trying to find their way early on in the season and have not played very many players, probably 7 guys in the rotation right now.
Yeah, shorter rotation for Coach Henderson, and obviously Ankeny beat them by 5 the other night, something they'd probably like back a little bit, but this is a Johnston team that's just going to get a lot of minutes from their starting 5 each and every game.
Yeah, and I remember right, the losses aren't big losses, but just trying to get it going here early on. Yeah, so if you look at that 67-54, a 10-point loss to Southeast Polk, but a close one there. So
it's a 10-point win against Southeast Polk. That's right. They lost by 5 to Ankeny and then lose by a few more to Waukee, obviously. But yeah, this is a Dragons team that certainly has the potential to stun somebody here or there.
Yeah, and this is the time of year when you want to improve. And as we mentioned in that first game, you're going up against a good team. You got to come out and see what you can do well. Let's talk about some of our players that we're going to highlight here tonight. First, Waukee Northwest. And Colin Rice, he went off for 34 the other night and just able to come in, and you see him dunking all over the place here.
Yeah, averaging 27 points per game. He's hitting nearly 60% clip from the floor, almost 50% from three-point range as well.
And you saw there the double block, and he can shoot from outside. So just a little bit of everything here out of Colin Rice.
Yeah, senior too. We've seen him kind of come up through the ranks year in and year out. He's a lengthy, rangy guy, and he's a human highlight reel, Dar, somebody I've really enjoyed covering the last couple seasons.
And let's talk about our Johnston spotlight player here. And this is Nikari Cavill, averaging 24 points. You see the rebounds, the steals there. And I believe their leading scorer coming in, right?
That's correct, yes, absolutely. 24 points by a long margin. No one else in double digits for points per game this season outside of Nikari Cavill. He's shooting 45% from the floor. He's 8 of 21 from three-point range. Certainly a guy that Johnston needs to lean on, and if you're Northwest, someone you target and don't let him get rolling.
All right, so that's your setup here. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll have starting lineups and get the boys half of the doubleheader underway here at Waukee Northwest on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Here at Waukee Northwest High School, getting ready for the boys' half of the doubleheader here. Johnston and Waukee Northwest, Star Danielson, John Schaefer. One thing, John, we mentioned, trying to stop Northwest defensively. They're averaging 71 points, whereas Johnson just 57. So a little disparity there. So some of the other players are going to have to pick up a little of that scoring for Johnson tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And anytime there's that kind of discrepancy, it tells you a couple things. But Courtney Henderson's teams traditionally are a slower-paced team. You go back to the days at Hoover, things like that, too. So I'll be curious to see what the pace looks like here tonight.
Okay, let's go for our starting lineups from our PA announcer.
First, let's meet the cheerleaders for both teams. First from Johnston High School, please welcome Joy Millard, Savannah Hodges, Mel Johnson, Zoe Cusick, Eve Knudsen, Ava McGinn, Erica Finley, Ella Wiersma, Michaela Micknell, Sarah Bidovich, and Noelle Gehrman. And cheering for the Wolves, Caitlin Connell, Kylie Sidney, Maya Majidi, Ashley Garcia, Garvin Khan, and Hannah Long. Officials for tonight's game are Scott Cook, Sean Peterson, and Jerry Miller. And now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, the visiting Dragons, Johnston High School. 5'11" junior, number 1, McCartney Campbell. A 6'2" senior, number 2, Caleb Margello.
My dad complained about the weather.
A 5'11" junior, number 4, Henry Jones. 6'5" junior, number 5, Joshua Jenkins. And a 6'3" junior, number 12, Jake Hauser. Coach of the Dragons is Courtney Henderson.
This year,
And it's time for basketball, the second half of our doubleheader. Something we didn't talk a lot about, but Isaiah Oliver, he's not a big scorer. He doesn't have to be, but he's a distributor, a defender. He gets the ball where it needs to go, and he's an amazing athlete. Of course, his dad, a great player, played for the Hawkeyes, and Isaiah will go on to play for the Hawkeyes. So it's, he's another one of those players that fits into this whole offensive mix.
Yeah, averages more than 2 steals per game as well. Doesn't turn the ball over a ton. He's a guy that can facilitate, put up points. Just does a little bit of everything for his team.
Landon Davis, 6'9" junior, will jump it up against Jaden Hauser, the 6'3" junior here. Johnston in the dark uniforms, the Wolves in the white. Oh, and it's a long tap, picked up, fakes everybody out, misses the shot though, and Rice with the rebound off the miss early on. Barolo, lob in the dunk to start it. Landon Davis.
Well, they're starting with some fireworks for you, Dar.
I think that game the other night was the most dunks I've seen in a school game in a long time. Here's Johnston out on the edge. Get inside. Back it in. Gets Rice. Looking, now kicks it back outside. Cable. 10 on the shot. Drives in, loses his balance. It's taken away. Oliver up the floor. It's taken away. Oliver up the floor. Kukin stops. He'll reset it now. Gets it off to Heitland. Run through. Over to Davis. Long Heitland with the 3. Off, no good. And it'll go off of and stay. You see the lob and the dunk to start it. Off here.
Beautiful give and go. Kukin puts it up to Davis, and
here's Davis with the inbound. Spins back, and they're going to call a hold. They're on Barolo.
Now, senior got a hold of the wrist a little bit in there, and that'll be our first foul of the quarter.
Get it outside. Davis gets it off. And down the lane, missing the shot is Oliver. Here comes Johnston, chance to tie it up down the floor. Up high with it to Jenkins. Now off to Jones. Jones backs in. Throws it baseline. Barolo backs in. Back out. Long 3, short, rebound. Comes off to Davis. The big man brings it up. Over to Rice. Rice has it stolen away. Barjolo back up. And good by Cable. Cavill with it. 2-2. On the drive, Oliver gets it across. Heitland back to Oliver. Now Oliver drives baseline. Inside Davis. Little jump hook, no good. And it goes out of bounds to Johnston. So fairly good defense on him inside there.
Yeah, Johnston's going to play physical. It's a staple of Courtney Henderson's teams. Again, I talked about it a little in the pregame show. His days at Hoover, they are known for defensive play.
Yeah.
And he expects the same out of this Johnston squad now that he's been here a handful of years.
I saw that Hoover team go against Urbandale many a time. Short, put back up, no good. Back up again, rattles around, pulled down by Cable. And he tries to throw it up, but it's picked up. Back the other way comes Kukin. He gets it picked. Cable goes up. And Johnston's first lead of the night. 4-2. Out on the wing to Davis. Up top, Oliver drives down. Layup good.
Smooth move from Oliver. Had Broadway to work with and patient with the left.
Approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter. 4-4 here. Watson calling the defense. Now outside for three. Good! From the right side. Cavill for three.
Makari Cavill on fire to start this bad boy off. He's got all 7 of his team's points.
Kukin to Davis. Davis looks at the three. Now dribbles in. Stop, go, spin. Up and under, and one. Nope, they didn't. Okay. I thought they were going to call the foul, but they did not.
Strong move from Landon Davis, just patient, muscling his way down into the key, using the window for a couple, and he's off to a fast start as well.
7-6. Johnston down the lane, stops, up over is Jones.
Emery Jones with a great response there, just using the window, a little hesitation in the pump fake, giving him some room to work, and nicely done.
Rotate it back to Oliver, kicks it outside, driving. Davis, now he'll shoot the three. Rolls out, no good. The rebound comes down to Jones. Johnston with the three-point lead. Jones working with it, gets it off. Barjolo. Now out to Cable. Cable looking to take Oliver, and Oliver pokes it off him out of bounds. Good defensive play.
Nothing's going to come easy tonight for either of these teams.
Logan Achenbach comes in for Northwest. He's good sub off the bench for them. Here's Oliver. Lobs it in. Rice has it. Nope, they're going to call the foul. It's pulled away, but they're going to get Emerald Jones with the foul. Henry Jones.
I think that was Cavill on that foul, actually.
Or was it Cavill?
Yep. But I think he got a lot of ball there. They said he got some arm in there, but no less, Northwest turns it over.
Well, here comes Johnston. Cavill with it. Crosses over, down the lane, kicks it out. Up top to Jones. Jones drives in. Now back out. 10 on the shot clock. Crossover, fade away, good! Jones with his second bucket.
Emery Jones, the junior, making it so smooth.
Oliver kicks it over. Heitland now rotate it back around. Aachen.
Logan Achenbach making his presence felt off the bench.
11-8 Johnston. Hauser. Back over to Barholo. Now to Jones. Jones looks to drive. Oh, nice crossover, but leaves a elbow shot short, and there's a foul under the basket. Is going to go against Mac Heitland. Kuchen back in for Heitland. And inbound under their basket for Johnston. 1:06 to play first quarter. And stolen away by Oliver. Oliver comes down, steps through, tried to reverse layup, tip back, up and no good. Rebound comes back down to Kuchen. A lot of high flying there by Northwest.
And honestly, that ball went out of bounds. It went over the backboard.
Kuchen up, yeah, and I thought it touched at the top where it would be, you're right, but they said keep playing, so now
no worse for the wear. No harm done.
10-second difference on the shot in the game just about here for Johnston with the ball, the 3-point lead. Inside, spins back, good by Cavill. Well, you can see why he's their leading scorer. He can fill it up, can't he?
Do a little bit of everything. The little floater there was just a thing of beauty. He's up to 9 now, early goings.
Northwest playing for one, under 10 on the shot clock. Oliver with it. Up top, they look inside to Davis. Now they'll shoot it, and they won't get a shot off here. 13-8 after one. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on CISN.TV.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
This ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
There's the Wolf huddle as they come out trailing 13-8 to Johnston here to start the second quarter. They'll get the ball. Gar Danielson, John Schaefer with you. Up top above the court here in the Wolves' den. Go. Kuchen will get it into Oliver to start it off. Gets it back over to him on the wing. Down on the block. Throws it across for three. Good! Heitland.
Great for three. Great vision to find the skip pass to the corner, and Heitland had all day to line it up and dial it in.
2-point ball game. Johnston on the other end. Hauser, now over to Cable. Up top on the drive, Jenkins. He dishes it outside for three. No good. Rebound. Pulled down by Rice on the far side. Rice takes it in. Back over to Davis. Rice pulls up long three. Short. Rebound. Pulled down by Jones.
Colin Rice has been quiet tonight. Not typical for the senior. Johnston doing a good job bottling him up, and guess who? It's Cavill.
Cavill up top against Oliver. We got the orange versus the green shoes. There's a three. Good! Jenkins for three.
Josh Jenkins saying, let me in on the party, guys.
Lead back to 5 for Johnston. Kukin drives, throws it up top. Davis for 3. Good! He answers.
Well, it's a 3 spree now.
Yep.
Back to back.
Well, all the points here so far in the second have been 3s. And it's a 2-point lead now for Johnston. Get it over to Harlow. Off to Jones. Jones drives in. Loses a handle a minute. Now stops. Back up top. 7 on the shot clock. Cable shoots it. That might have been partially blocked. Shot clock will go off, but Northwest got the rebound. Lob up to Oliver. He'll fake and then gets blocked and fouled by Jenkins.
Jenkins bit on the pump fake and didn't really have a choice there. His first.
Got up in the air and said, hey, I'm not going to let him get the and one. We'll make him go to the free throw line. Oliver shoot the first one and misses. He's off to a slow start free throw wise. Hasn't shot a lot though.
Yeah, 25% shooter from the charity stripe, 1 for 4. Now 1 for 5.
Second one, no good. Rebound knocked around. Jacob Peterson came in, long 3 off, no good, rebound. Ripped down with authority by Jones.
Good job by Rice to get that tip out, and maybe don't want to settle for that 3 so early in the shot clock after the rebound, and Johnston now can build on that lead.
Here's Hauser, gets it off to Cable. He drives in, good pickup by Oliver. Now still back again, throws it up. Davis taps it out for Kukin. Now to Oliver. Oliver will pull it back out. On the drive, kick outside for 3. Good! Colin Rice.
It's been all 3s this quarter for both sides, but 9 points now for Northwest, has them up a point.
And a 30-second timeout here. Let's take a look at it again, the rotation.
Great kick out, read the double team by Barjolo, and when Rice has that much time to line it up, he's not going to miss much. Again, 3 threes in this quarter for Northwest, and they've answered the bell after a slow start in the first quarter.
And 1-3 for Johnston. It's been a long-range second quarter right now, and they get the lead back. Well, I guess they didn't have it. It was tied, so that's their first lead of the night here for Northwest by 1 over Johnston. And talking a little bit with Davis coming out of the huddle.
Of course, Landon Davis just hit his first 3 of the season for him. But Colin Rice, he's made 10 of them, make it 11. He's now 11, I think, for 22 on the year, shooting 50% from three-point range.
Cable with it, out on the wing to Jones. Up top, now down low. Spin around, tried to lob it up over the top. Oh, and he comes in and takes it away. Barjolo. Down the lane, tried to reverse it, but it gets it blocked. It'll stay there. I think Oliver got it. Davis is right there too. And here comes Darren Grandin in.
Isaiah Oliver at 6'1", but you can see the athleticism and how he elevates. We saw it in the football season. Certainly see it in the basketball season as well.
Throw it out deep to Peterson. Now Cable drives, fade away. No, battle for the rebound. Pulled out of there by Rice. Davis kicks it out to Oliver for 3. Good. Oliver with 5.
4 different players have now hit from beyond the arc for Northwest on that 3.
The only starter without a 3 right now is Kukin. Crossover, drive, up, and hangs in the putback. Out of nowhere, Grandin. Boy, everybody was watching the other way, and Grandin just came in and stole one.
Can't get caught staring. That's when you got to box out. Great play, though, by Grandin.
Oliver down to Rice. Colin Rice looks to drive in, spins back to the basket. Up and through and good. Colin Rice. It's a first two-pointer of the night, or the quarter for Northwest. Lead back to 4. Cable over. Now drives against Davis. looking. Wings it up there off the glass. Man, a living. That's
Cavill's
5'11"
so good.
against 6'9" there, and he gets the bucket.
Man amongst the trees, still finds a way to do it, and then he comes with the steal.
Pokes it away. Johnston a chance to tie it or take the lead here on this possession. Oliver out on Cavill. Long three, no, rolls in and out. Poked away though, kept alive by Barjolo. Here's Jones. And knocked away by Kukin. Back in is Achenbach and Hauser. Let's take a look at this shot here. Just, wow. Kind of not really a sky hook, but a little baby hook, I guess, off the glass, huh?
Does a great job to keep the pivot foot there, too, and it's not an easy thing, and they're going to say that's Northwest's ball.
And Cable doesn't like it.
He disagrees strongly with it.
Yes. You see a good floor shot from Sam on the floor camera tonight. Got the whole crew here for this one. Down low on the block, Rice. He spins, turns back around off the short, gets his own rebound and taps it back in.
Colin Rice coming to life a little bit. He's up to 7 now just in this quarter. Great stick-to-itiveness to put that back.
Yeah, he doesn't give up on it once it's in there. He's 6'8", so he's got the size for inside. Now out on the wing, back up top to Jones. Jones drives in and gets it stripped. Nope. Well, we'll see. Now they throw it out. Shot clock at 9. As Cable gets it back, spins, turns, and no good. And then there'll be a foul on the rebound. That'll go against Peterson.
Well, you said it with Colin Rice at 6'8". The tallest guy on the Johnston roster is Josh Jenkins at 6'5". So certainly a height advantage for the Northwest Wolves, who not only have Rice at 6'8", they've got DeBoer at 6'6" if he needs to come in. They've got Jackson Davis at 6'6" if he needs to come in. And then Landon Davis at 6'9".
So second team foul, first foul, personal foul on Peterson. Bounce pass in, bounce pass back, out to Davis, down to Kukin. They rotate it back around. We approach the 1 minute mark in the first half. Inside, double clutching down. Rice is cooking again.
Colin Rice was just hanging up in the air. I think he wanted to dunk it.
Yeah.
And he hung up there long enough to maybe do it. Instead, lays it off the window, and then they're going to call a goaltend. Nope, foul on Kukin. And otherwise, it would have been a massive block by Landon Davis.
See it here. Go ahead. Well, this is a inside bucket there by Rice.
And that was against Jenkins, who, again, tallest guy on the roster for this Dragons team.
Jones goes to the free throw line, hits it. He'll get one more here. 75% from the line. Pops that one, 22-26. And did he step across the line?
Yeah, I think they're going to say Oliver passed it in, and then as he stepped
all
back,
the way in.
Not sure if we got a replay on it or not. Another look at it really quick. So he makes it, Then to follow it up.
Oh no, he steps over it there, yeah.
Unlucky there, and then we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, sometimes they let you collect that, but full timeout, so we'll take a break here on CISN.TV.
As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful colors from the fall mums from Good Greenhouses. No one has a larger selection of gorgeous mums or better pricing, with sizes from small pots to large containers that are sure to make the neighbors jealous. For over 118 years, the Good family have grown and sold the best mums in Iowa in a rainbow of stunning fall colors. Come see for yourself, just north of Interstate 80 and only 8 minutes south of Ankeny. As the seasons change, so should the colors in your garden and around your home. Nothing says fall like a splash of beautiful.
Back here at Waukee Northwest, you see the Wolves huddle. Coach is talking it over here. Final 49.1 second. And just a little misstep on the baseline gives the ball back to Johnston, and a chance for them to get a bucket here and cut into the lead before the half. Jones will inbound it underneath. Throws it out deep. Three. Good! Jenkins, his second three. And that ends up being a big bonus for Johnston as they cut the lead to 1 here. Here's Oliver. He's going to hold it.
Try and run as much shot clock down here as possible. You don't want to give Johnston a ton of time to work with. About a 7-second difference between game clock, shot clock.
10 seconds now on the clock. Oliver still out center circle. Now drives, kicks, and a walk call.
Just trying that little jab step, and I think the feet drag a little bit. Now you got 10 seconds for Johnston to work with.
So Johnston, a little scoring flurry here. Chance to take the lead at the half.
I foul here. You have plenty to give. Why not? Yeah, that's what they do.
There you go, Coach. They were listening. Oliver fouls him.
As long as they're not in the process of shooting, why not burn a foul or two?
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they haven't made many fouls.
You still need 3 more before you're in the double bonus. Put Johnston in the double bonus. You can eat off the last 4 seconds. Foul him. Maybe not with Isaiah Oliver, but that's good defense.
Oh, steps through and almost got it. But it'll be 26-25 here at the half as Northwest outscores them 14-12 in the second quarter. And that's our halftime score. We'll take a break, come back, and talk about the first half scoring and some other stuff here coming up on CISN.TV.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
What if you could make a priceless difference in your community for as little as $5? With the Des Moines Catholic Worker House, you can. For nearly 50 years, the Des Moines Catholic Worker House has given the homeless and low-income community a place to feel welcomed. With your support, we could turn 3,000 free meals each month into 4,000. We could build a brand new warming and cooling center in our future facility. We could provide more hygiene products, more clothing, and more hope to those who need it most. Feed the hungry, clothe a neighbor, and spread your generosity throughout Des Moines by scanning the QR code on the screen right now. Donate online via PayPal or mail a check to make a priceless difference in your community today. Thank you so much for your support.
We're at halftime here. Northwest leading Johnston by a point. Dar Danielson, John Schaefer, and just a a misstep there on the baseline allows Johnson to score late, but then they played good defense to keep him from getting the lead there in the last second shot.
Yeah, really smart by Isaiah Oliver to foul there. I'm sure coach was in his ear to do so with about 7 or 4 seconds or whatever it was left there. And so really smart play. And overall, it's been an entertaining game. It started with the 3 spree there in the second quarter. Obviously, the razzle-dazzle off the tip-off with the alley-oop, but really back-and-forth game. I'm really impressed with how Johnston's found scoring. Cavill with 11 so far, but he's also gotten some help with Jenkins and Jones in there too.
And, he's got 11 for Johnston, 6 apiece for Jones and Jenkins, and 2 for Brandon off the bench. For Northwest, Rice with 9, 7 for Davis, 5 for Oliver, 3 for Heitland, and 2 for Achenbach. It was 13-8 Johnston after one, and then 26-25 here at the half. So let's see, that'd be 18-12. They outscored them in that second quarter.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time for Northwest to find their rhythm, but I think they started utilizing their size nicely, started pushing the paint a little bit, backing down defenders. We saw that a lot with Rice and Davis especially, but Rice can mix it up everywhere. We saw the 3, we saw the 2s.
And a little similar to what they did Tuesday night. They trailed Valley at the half of that one, came out in the third quarter. They came out way late. They were in the locker room a long time, and thinking maybe the coach was saying, hey, let's get out there and play. And then they really had a big third quarter. So we'll see what they do here in this one. Let's take another break. We'll do that and be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hey! I know I'm making the piece. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
Here at Waukee Northwest, you see Johnston warming up there. Cabell, who led them with 11 points. He's their leading scorer on the season, averaging 24. There's the Northwest side warming up. John, let's talk a little bit about what you expect to see here to start the second half.
Yeah, if I'm the Wolves, I keep doing what they did a lot of there in that second quarter, which is penetrate, push, and create double teams and mismatches down low for kickouts. We saw it pay off a lot. That's part of why they had 4 threes there in that second quarter. If you're Johnston, you've got to stay committed. A little help defense isn't a bad thing, but we've seen how sharp shooting Northwest can be. Got to stay patient, active hands, and then on the offensive end, just be patient. I think Johnston's done a good job of taking the shots they're given. They've certainly cashed in some beauties as well. Cavill's been stellar. Keep feeding him as he's got 11. And I think Jones and Jenkins, you're going to need a little bit more help from a few others in there if you're going to come away with the dub.
And you mentioned it. They come out, Courtney Henderson's teams are always physical defensively. They've been that way here in the first half. And we'll see more of that here as we get into the second half. Really no foul trouble for anybody. Multiple players with one, but no,
Pretty whistle-free, I'd say.
Yeah.
It was a good flow to it, and neither team really having to tap into their bench much either.
No.
Achenbach came back in for Northwest a bit there. Grandin and Peterson subbed in for Johnston, but neither played a lot of minutes.
Grandin got one bucket, but they didn't play a lot. And that's sticking to what the rotation has been for Johnston. 7 here early. And so about ready to start the second half. If you missed the girls' game, you missed a good one as Northwest took Johnston down into the final minute. And Johnston ended up winning that one. Was it by 4? What was it? It
was 47-41.
47-40. Yeah, the few free throws late, so here we go. Barjolo will get it started here for Johnston. Up top. On the wing is Hauser. Down the lane, they're going to call a foul in there.
It's going to be on Heitland.
His second.
It's a quick first foul.
Yeah.
A lot faster than what we saw in the first half.
Throw it out deep, almost 2 players running into each other. Now on the wing, drives in, stops, tries to throw it across the lane, poked back out. Cable on the drive again, and rebound to Davis. Oliver running the offense. Dump it into Davis. Underneath, down the lane, Oliver on the cut and the bucket.
That's exactly what you're looking for Northwest. You draw in the double team with your size, get a cutter because someone's open. Great finish by Oliver.
Oliver averages about 5. He's got 7 already here in this game. Here's a 3, no good. Rebounded by Kukin. Quickly up the floor to Davis. And if that had been a better pass, we would have seen another dunk.
Yeah, the fireworks show was dialed up, but they just missed the fuse.
Yeah. Overshot it. 3-point lead for Northwest. Orjolo gets it back to Cable. He's trying to back in, almost try to steal it from behind. Little runner there, no good. Davis rebounds it, keeps it up high away from the probing hands of the defense. Oliver down the lane. Rice backs in, spins up, under, good. Man, kind of contorted the body a little bit as he got up in the air and hits the bucket.
Yeah, got deep on the baseline, but does a good job with his body control and using his length to get the right angle with that one-handed floater.
So Northwest comes out, a 4-0 run to start the third here. Johnston looking for their first bucket. Back in and knocked away by Rice, but I think it's going to, nope, did they say it was touch? Yep. Barjolo touched it. He kind of looked up with the the guilty look on his face trying to sell it. He didn't, but the referee said, no, you did touch it. Back in is Darren Grandin, 6'4" junior, and back in is Jacob Peterson for Johnston. Coach Henderson says well done to Jenkins as he comes out and gets a rest. There's Northwest back at it. Heitland out deep, gets a screen from Davis, throws it back to the big man. He's going to stop and go. Drives in, tried to go inside, and they steal it away when he brought it down, and now there's a bump foul by Oliver.
It's just a strong play by Jones there to rip that ball out of the hands, and good defense to collapse down and not give any room to work in the paint for the big man.
Yeah, and a lesson to Davis, keep the ball up high. Don't bring it back down to your waist, because got tight defenses right there.
2 fouls on Northwest here in the early goings as well.
Out on the wing, Johnston. And they're going to call foul on Grandin. He put his leg up trying to stop the defender. He gets whistled right away. That's his first, team first. Here, a little pressure now by Johnston, full court. Oliver slides into the corner, and timeout called. Coach Watson not happy that he took it right to the corner. 32nd timeout here.
A little bit more chop to this one so far, Dar. Just 4 points to start off the scoring. We're 3:05 into it. Johnston's defense has been good. They just got to create some more offensive opportunities.
And part of that defense is it just disrupts the flow. It doesn't let Northwest get out and run or get down the floor quick with the big guy. And it just, again, controls that tempo there.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can sustain it. I mean, they're not a ton deep. It's just Grandin and Peterson that typically come off the bench. Otherwise, Coach Henderson is happy to roll with 5, his starting 5, I should say. So we'll see how legs hold up here in the late minutes of tonight's game.
Kukin will inbound it into the backcourt to Oliver. And there's a push there against Jones.
His first,
so that's
second.
Yeah, that evens up the team fouls here. They'll let a little contact go, but Now lob to Davis, a little deep. Knocked away by Grandin. Davis trying to post up down there against Grandin. Grandin's 6'4", so against the 6'9" Davis. Rice backs in, spins, right-hander good. Pretty turnaround jump shot.
He's so quick with it, too. You don't have time defensively to get the hand up and try and fend that off.
32-25. Grandin comes in and puts it off. A easy lay-in.
Nice move by Grandin and stops the bleeding there after a 6-0 run to open the quarter by Northwest.
Yeah, almost took him halfway through the quarter to get on the board here. Lead still go 5, just 5. They go all the way across for 3. Good! Kukin for 3.
His first basket of the night's a big one, and that's a great job by Northwest to break the press, find the open man on the skip pass. Kukin lines it up, splashes it home.
Tried to keep it away from Davis, gets the rebound. Put back is Jones.
Now Johnston's offense starting to find a little bit, getting it in deeper into that offense. Now they just need some more stops down 6.
35-29, down on the block to Davis, throws it all the way across. Here's Rice for 3, no good. Rebound comes off to Peterson. Cable looked like he was going to go, now kicks it back out, and got up in the air but gets it off. Driving in again, and a foul on the floor. I think it's against Rice.
Yeah, they're going to call the reach in there.
Give credit to Johnson. Did they say Rice?
Yep.
Give credit to Johnson for moving the ball around pretty well there.
Doing a really nice job, and just got to keep attacking that paint.
Grandin trying to attack against Davis, giving up a few inches. Rare, a 6'4" guy, is giving up inches, but he is against Davis. There's a 3. Bounces high, no good. Davis with the rebound. Oliver to Rice. Rice crosses over, spins in, back and in, and they're going to call the hold as Barjolo just trying to slow him down somehow here. And now.
Just trying to dampen the push there from Rice, and they'll let them bang bodies, but at some point, I think if you're Barjolo, you got to hold those feet down.
Eitland looked at the quick 3, now gets it back, stops back to Davis. Kukin with it. Oliver looked at the lob to Davis. Now they do lob it to him, catches it, throws it across for 3. Good! And 1! Rice!
Well, there's a momentum-turning moment as Rice hits the 3 and 1. And another look at it. Check out the dish on the baseline by Davis. Going out of bounds, hooks it around, and then nothing but net.
Yeah, I realized he was too deep there, but knew his teammate was over there, so a chance for the 4-point play here for Kukin. Or excuse me,
for Rice.
Or for Rice. Yeah.
Yep.
Got so excited I forgot who it was. There we go. And he connects. So that's a big turnaround, puts it up to a 10-point lead now off the 4-point play. $17 now for Rice. Well, Johnston just looking for a hole in that defense. And the down official checks with the out official. He said no touch, so it'll go to Northwest. You'll bring Jaden Hauser will come in for Barjolo.
Just 4 points in this quarter for Johnston right now. We've seen Northwest just kind of put their pedal down a bit more.
Yeah. got, 13, right?
Yep.
Inside, Rice, back out for 3. He rolls down in for Heitland, his second 3 of the night.
Yeah, Mac Heitland doing what he needs to do. He's not known for a ton of points. Big defensive player, big facilitator, but he can score from long range.
Johnston needed a bucket. Oliver on the defense. And nice, pretty little jumper there by Jones.
Jones has impressed me with his moves and his mid-range J. It's a lost art these days, and that one was a thing of beauty.
On the block to Davis. Working against Grandin. Turns, puts it in. Hard to defend that.
That's just Davis saying, I'm bigger than you, I know it, I'm going to use it.
Baseline against Davis. They'll kick it out. Hauser decided not to try it. Long 3. Good from Jones.
Well, Jones has been the bright spot this quarter for Johnston. He's kept him in it, cuts that lead to 10. He's up to 7 in this quarter.
Working for the last shot now, Northwest. Shot clock and game clock about, well, they are even. There's a 3, Rice tosses it up. Wait a minute.
They stole the inbounds pass and then got a shot up.
But
and
they said no.
Said it didn't get off in time. But man, oh man, after being held scoreless in the first quarter, Colin Rice has just come alive.
Boom.
He's up to 20 points, and we still have a quarter to play.
All right, let's take a break. Back with the fourth quarter after this on CISN.TV.
Run, jump, lisp, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Now we have the luxury of replay here up in the broadcast booth, and we'll replay it in just a moment as we get into live action, Dar. But that shot by Mac Heitland at the end of the quarter did get off in time.
Here's a 3 from the right side, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Grandin. And they lose the ball out of bounds.
Let's go take a look at that replay one more time in slow-mo. So the ball gets stolen. Heitland gets that up before that light comes on the backboard. It was pretty quick, but again, we have the luxury of replay, but it could have added to this 13-point lead.
And foul called down
on Rice.
First of the quarter, second on Rice here. And driving. And a foul again.
Calling that one on Oliver, his third. That'll be a shooting foul for Cavill.
Yep. And he'll go to the line. It's that one.
Gavel was held scoreless there in the third quarter.
Yeah, he got 11 in the first half and then nothing. It's both of them. But the lead is still 11 here as Johnston tries to turn up the pressure. Kukin brings it through, gets it to Rice. Rice underneath, takes it up and draws the foul.
A few more whistles here as that one goes against Hauser. Rice has 20 on the evening, and he's just going to build on it now.
His second free throw. He had that 4-point play earlier. That's the way he did Tuesday night. He just kept getting him the ball, and he kept attacking. Second one is good. Rice with 22 now. Cable gets it off to Jones. He drives in against Rice, gets it blocked. Rice will look to push the tempo. Tries to throw it across, does. Now inside Davis. Backs in. And jump ball called as Grandin got a hand on the top. It'll be possession Earl Johnston.
It's good effort by Grandin. That ball can't come down if you're a big man there. You've got to keep it elevated, keep it up, and it's going to be your bread and butter if you're going to score.
Yeah, Grandin is 6'4". Rice 6'8". Of course, Davis 6'9". Almost throw it away. Johnston does. We're looking for somebody. Up. Oh, nice recovery there by Jenkins as Heitland tried to dive out for the steal.
Jenkins' first two of the night, and Johnston quietly keeping this one interesting.
On the baseline, back over to Rice. Cross to Oliver. He drives in, gets it to Davis for the dunk.
Well, that's one way to not leave any doubt about it. Great feed by Oliver. Nice shot by Davis to collect and then just slam it home.
And Davis with the rebound gets fouled. Dunk number 2. He started the game with one.
Cavill called for the push. Another look at the dunk now. This is a great feed by Oliver, who penetrates, finds his open man. And no time wasted.
Oliver brings it back up, now taken away. Oliver goes up, slaps the backboard. Timeout called.
Johnston calls a
30-second timeout by Johnston. And it took him a little while, John, but Northwest started cooking there at the end of the third, and they're just still moving ahead here.
Great pickpocket by Cavill, and they'll take it coast to coast. Oliver going for the block off the backboard. Again, kid's got some hops. Big signing day for Oliver the other week, obviously going to Iowa, but been really impressed with Cavill, the way he's played. He's got 4 points here in the fourth quarter. He's up to 15 on the night. Scoring's been spread around for Johnston quite a bit. And they are within 11 still. That lead still double digits. It feels like it could be a little closer, though.
Yeah. And 5:41 to go, so.
I was about to say, that much time, this game's still up for grabs.
You hit a couple threes, and now they'll come out and pressure. Warning on
delay of game warning
White.
on White.
Yep.
Not sure why.
Kukin into Oliver, now back to Kukin. Almost poked away again. Rice, Cavill going at it. He goes in. Rice. Oh, he almost got that to go after he lost it on the way up. Just about pushed it off the glass. Cavill pulls up 3. No good. Rice with the rebound. Rice through the lane, had it poked away, and then a foul. We'll go against Hauser.
Yeah, I think if you're Cavill there, settling for that long 3 may not be the best play. He's done a great job penetrating and creating off of that. I'd like to see a little bit more of it. Again, you're only down 11. You don't need to press for 3s right now. Your offense has really been developed through that penetration and kick.
Yeah, still 5 to go. Into Davis. Low block, looks, now knocked away. Bargiolo with the help defense. Kukin will trigger it under the basket, or the side of the basket there, I should say. Davis drives in, double team, throws it across. 3, no good. Oh, looked like Grandin got hit in the face, but I think the referee's saying that was just a couple bodies hitting as they were both in the air.
Some may disagree.
Yeah. How about the Oliver? Rice now. He backs in. Johnston trying to go to the double team on the ball handler as much as they can now, aren't they?
Certainly are, and that's kind of been their go-to.
Rice jump stops, looks.
They're going to travel.
Travel on Davis.
You see that little pump fake often get called because you get a foot slide.
Yeah.
It happens. That's a good job by the officials to catch it there.
You said it. Johnston not going away. A chance here to cut it below double digits. Jones. Cavill. He's going to drive, fakes. Back out. Little mismatch underneath now, and they take advantage of it. Grandin saw he was under against a smaller Kukin and took it at him.
Had 2 points now each of the last 3 quarters, and that one makes it a single-digit lead for Northwest.
Here's Oliver. Oh, almost stepping through is Jenkins.
Used that 6'4" length, nearly got all of it. He did get a paw on it, knocked it out of bounds. 22 on the shot clock.
Plenty time. And Northwest take their time here. Oliver. Riso looks to Davis underneath. He'll just set himself and one.
That's just a strong move by Davis. Again, when you've got the length he does at 6'9", you got to utilize it. Here's another look at the feed inside. Down low, just kind of gets his man, gets Jenkins caught up in the air, and then puts it right back up. If you're Jenkins, you got to foul hard enough where you're not going to get the and one.
Davis, so in and out. Poked out of there, though. Picked up by Kukin. To Rice. He drives in, spins, finds Davis again. Underneath, Davis gets the defender up and one again.
Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. One more look at it. Rice, nice find. Good little baseline cut. Then again, gets the defender caught up in the air. You've got to get ball or too much of the body where that shot's not going to get up and through. Give Davis credit. That's a strong move as he tries to complete the three-point play one.
Davis with 15 now. Looking to make it 16. And he adjusts the free throw that time and makes it. And the lead up to 14. It'd been down to 9. On the drive, Cavill up and good.
Pretty move by Cavill again. Nakari having himself a great night with 17. Jones has 13.
Back inside, Davis turns around, nobody's there. And he'll drop it in.
Needs to hit him with the too small Selly at some point here.
He's got 18. They come down. Jones hits the bucket.
His first points of the quarter there, and Johnston still down 12.
And was that a full or a 30?
I think we're about to find out here.
Yeah, he's going to.
Full.
Yeah, it'll be full, so that means we'll take a break here on CISN.TV.
3, 2, action. Wilson Toyota in Ames is unlike any other car dealership in Iowa. At Wilson Toyota, we give you a financially rewarding, time-saving, and stress-free car buying experience. Earning your confidence with a value-oriented customer experience is what thousands of customers have come to understand as the Wilson experience. She's getting better at this, making me so proud. Wilson Toyota, home of the Wilson experience.
You see the Northwest huddle there. Johnston made a little run at him, got it down to 9, but they've come right back. And Landon Davis has kind of come back in the scoring. 18 for him now. And it's 58-46, back up to 12.
Well, Johnston going to come out with the press. They know they have to cut into this 12-point deficit quick with 2:40 to play.
And really, well, they're in the bonus now, too, with the foul situation. Kukin with it. Davis, and there's Heitland. Now Rice. They're going to work the shot clock down. Over the side. Davis looks at the 3 and decides to take it in. Looking for Rice. Shot clock at 2. Heitland fires, it's short. Cavill the other way up, and ooh! Bargiolo just gets it up, and that's his first bucket. Taken away by Johnston.
10-point game. Don't blink now.
Just when you think they're down, they come back. There's a 3 off, no good. Rice gets it. Oh, loses it. And how can they call a timeout? He didn't have possession there.
I think they called a foul.
No, they
did call a timeout.
Timeout. I don't think he had the possession. The ball was rolling away. We'll see, they're talking it over there. Courtney Henderson watching.
Very interested.
Oh, they're going to give him the timeout. All right, looked like he was on the floor with the ball rolling away. Now the official's explaining it.
Saying he called a timeout on the baseline when he had the ball gathered, but
I don't know. He was falling down, but.
And again, that's kind of that official's call to make, because your baseline referee doesn't have the ability to hear when that call's made.
Yeah, when it's,
That's a critical timeout call with a 10-point game here.
Yeah, it would have been another turnover and a chance then to, could have cut it under 10 again with 1:40 to play.
Well, and Jones is the guy you want taking that 3 there. He had a great look at it. He's hit one earlier. Only 4 threes hit tonight by the Johnston Dragons.
Well, they've outscored Johnston 20-14. 18 of those, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of those coming.
Northwest breaks that press there. And
quickly up. Heitland drives in. Throws it inside Davis. Fakes. Goes up and draws the foul.
I think that one's going to be on Bargiolo, his third.
What I meant was
9. Sorry. Grandin, sorry. Must have got it on the backside there.
Who'd they call it on?
Grandin, his second.
Okay. Stops the free throw. Point number 19, looking for 20. Rice has 22. Drops in. (60-48). Johnston needs some points and turnovers. That one's no good. Kukin with the rebound. Let's see if they try to foul. He brings it through, and now timeout by
Just
Watson.
a 30 there.
Yeah.
But Northwest up now with 2 players in the 20s for points, both Davis and Rice. Rice with 22, Davis with 20. And when you've got that tandem working the way they do, it's going to be tough to crack them. Any team that's got length might make it a little bit harder on Northwest. Unfortunately, Johnston just doesn't have an extra 6'5" body to try and at least play a little bit more physical with both of them.
11 in the fourth quarter here for Davis. Several of those assisted by Rice. So, you know, unselfish when you got the two big guys just giving it off to each other. So now Oliver will trigger the inbound here by his own bench. And we'll see if Johnston will look for the steal here over to Davis. On back to Rice. They're going to hold it out and run the clock off a little. Rice crossover, drives in, and has it taken away. Back the other way. Davis gets back on defense, so blocks it. Blocked by the big man.
Davis has done it at both ends tonight.
Here's the three, no good. Davis behind the basket saves it, but Cabell gets it. And time winding out on Johnston. Put back by Grandin.
Up to 8 for him tonight.
Makes it a 10-point ball game. Rice lobbed it up there and he gets fouled by Cabell.
10-point game. I think Johnston was content calling the dogs off there. Another look here at the block by Davis.
Yep.
Just strong. He's impacted the game at each end of the floor tonight. Big night for him.
Rice hits the free throw. Makes it 23. Points for him. All his points in the fourth quarter have come off of free throws, but again, he's passed it underneath to Davis a lot. There's this other free throw, gives him 24. And 12-point lead. Northwest is going to take this one. There's a foul late. And Jones to goal line. Kukin with the second foul. Doesn't matter at this point with 6.4 to go. Now it's just a matter of, and Jones hit the 2 free throws and make it a 10-point game. Second one is good. Pressure on the inbound. Up to Oliver, and he'll dribble. Hold it, the clock's going to run out. And a 62-52 win here for Northwest. And they had to earn it. Johnston didn't just step aside, but Rice and Davis, John, just got going in that second half.
Yeah, after being held scoreless, Colin Rice, he lit it up in the second and the third quarter, and then Davis picked up where he left off in the fourth, and combining for 44 points between those two teams. That's a good chunk when you're winning by 10 over the Johnston Dragons.
Yeah, it's 24 for Rice, as you said, 20 for Davis, 6 for Heitland, 3 for Kuchen, 7 for Oliver, 2 for Achenbach. For Johnson, 17 for Cavill, 11 for Jones, 2 for Bargiolo, 8 apiece for Jenkins, and 8 off the bench for Grandin. 62-52 the final. So a split here tonight, and the boys downing Johnston and the Johnston girls hanging on to down the Waukee Northwest girls. A couple good ball games here, really.
Some really entertaining basketball here at Northwest. Obviously the split tonight, but girls side, look for that Northwest Wolves team to make some noise as the season progresses. Showed a lot of prowess on the defensive end. Had Johnston up against the ropes. Boys side, that Johnston team is going to continue to grow and grow and grow as their season goes on. They're junior heavy. Bargiolo is the only senior in that starting rotation. Out of the 7 starters, they only have 1 senior. So Johnston's going to grow, but Northwest looks to be the team to beat in my book.
Yeah, the other teams out there are going to be looking at this to see how we stop the 6'8 Rice, 6'9 Davis there. They go along, with the other, a lot of good complementary players with those two as well.
Yeah, a lot of help from Heitland, and Oliver obviously mixed in there nicely. Kuchen does his job. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and so if you've got to force them, you got to play physical. Otherwise, it's going to be tough sledding for any opponent.
All right, thanks to John Schaefer. I'm Dar Danielson. Thanks to Randy at the controls, the entire crew here tonight. Have a safe weekend with that snow and cold. And that's going to wrap it up here on CISN.TV.